You're not broke because you're lazy. You're not broke because you don't earn enough. You're broke because of the way your brain is wired to think about money. And nobody ever told you how to rewire it. There are 7 psychological differences between people who build wealth and people who don't. Number 1, price versus cost. Everyone asks the same question when they're about to buy something. Can I afford this? That's the wrong question to ask, because there are 2 numbers attached to everything you buy. The price, what you pay today, and the cost, what that money could have become. A 500 euros car payment every month feels manageable. It's just 500 euros. But that same 500 euros, if you invested that amount every month for 30 years at an average market return of 10%, it would be over 1 million euros. 1 million. That's not the price of the car. That's the cost of it. Wealth builders don't think in prices. They think in costs. Every time money is about to leave their hands, they're not asking, can I afford this? They're asking, what is this actually going to cost me? And if you thought that was a bad example, that 15 euros Uber Eats order 3 times a week is 180 euros a month. That amount invested for 30 years would be over 380,000 euros. Don't stick to the price of the order, but the cost of it. Number 2, direction of fear. Everyone talks about fear of losing money, but that's not the fear that actually matters here. The real question is, what are you more afraid of? A temporary loss or standing exactly where you are right now in 30 years? Most people are so afraid of losing what little they have that they never take the steps required to build more. They keep money in a savings account earning 2% because it feels safe. And 30 years later, inflation has eaten it and they're still in the same place. Wealth builders are afraid of something different. Not a bad quarter or a stock dropping. They're afraid of standing still. That fear is what moves them. The direction of fear is everything, and most people have it pointing the wrong way. Number 3, the most expensive word in finance. I deserve this. It's one of the most expensive sentences in personal finance, and almost nobody notices when they're saying it. It shows up after a hard week, a stressful day, a small win. You worked hard, you earned it. The emotion is completely real, but it's being routed directly into your wallet, and your brain doesn't flag it as a financial decision because it doesn't feel like one. It feels like self-care. You feel like you're not being impulsive, and that's what makes it so dangerous. Wealth builders almost never use "I deserved this" to justify a purchase. Not because they live like monks, but because they've learned that deserving is an emotion dressed up as a reason, and doing everything you feel like makes you a terrible CFO in your own wallet. Number 4, identity versus behavior. I'm just bad with money. Most people have said that, and it sounds like honesty, but it isn't, because it's a trap. The moment you say, I'm bad with money, you've made it your identity. It's like saying, I'm always so unlucky. When you keep saying these things, you believe and become this person. The words you use to describe yourself are not neutral. They're instructions that your brain will follow. Most people never fix their finances because they never question the story they're telling themselves. And that's where it starts. You have a language problem, so start fixing your language first. Number 5, consumerism maxing. Every day you're scrolling on your phone, you're seeing hundreds of personalized ads of products you didn't know you needed until you saw them. The worst part is, it feels like discovery and you're already sold. For most people, there's no gap between seeing something and buying it. One click and it's done. Wealth builders aren't impulsive. They would ask themselves a question: do I actually need this? Or am I able to live on happily if I don't get this? You are not building wealth every time you buy something you saw on your phone an hour ago. You are building someone else's wealth. Make sure to change this behavior if you want to build your wealth. Number 6, boring on purpose. Nobody tells you how boring building wealth actually is. You put money in, nothing happens. You put more in, still nothing. The market goes sideways for 8 months. Your portfolio looks exactly the same as January. And your brain, wired for signals, for feedback, for results, starts screaming at you to do something. So people do something. They move money around. They chase the stock that went up last week. They switch strategies. Activity feels like progress. It isn't. The people winning financially have learned something almost nobody teaches. Boredom is a signal you're doing it right. The exciting financial decision is almost always the wrong one. The boring one, the same index fund, the same automated transfer every single month, is what actually works. Patience isn't a personality trait. It's a skill you need to teach yourself. And right now, in 2026, it might be the most valuable financial skill to have. Number 7. How they see other wealthy people. Most people are comparing themselves to the wrong people. They see the highlight reel of someone who made it and either feel inspired for 30 seconds before the feeling fades, or they feel like they're falling behind and spend money they don't have to close a gap that doesn't even exist. And social media is perfectly designed to keep you in that loop. Every day you're watching people flex the result without showing you the process. The new apartment without the years of saving for it, or the business win without the years of failing before. You're comparing your year 1 to someone else's year 10 and wondering why you're not there yet. Wealth builders look at someone who built something and treat it as evidence, not as a measuring stick. The question isn't, why don't I have that yet? The question is, what did they understand that I don't? Most people will never ask that question. They'll keep scrolling, keep comparing, and keep wondering why nothing changes. The ones who do ask it, analyze it, and actually do something with the answer, those are the ones who end up on the other side of that Instagram reel. Here's a bonus. Number 8. The people who are serious about understanding their finances don't just watch one video and move on. They want to keep learning. So, you know what they do? They subscribe to Dr. Finance. On this channel, you'll see videos every week about the psychology behind your finances. Make sure to subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next one.